What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the 2022 remake Death on the Nile. Hercule Poirot's vacation comes to a sudden end when an heiress honeymoon on the Nile turns deadly. Now, I was semi-excited for this film because I really did enjoy the trailers, and I was lukewarm on the 2017 Murder on the Orient Express. I thought there was some good things about it, but overall I thought it felt flat on a second watch. And I like what Kenneth Branagh did with Hercule Poirot in that film, so I wanted to see a little bit more of. And this film, just like all the other films before it, has a star-studded cast from Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Russell Brand, Tom Bateman, Annette Bening, Jennifer Saunders, Dawn French, and Letitia Wright. And I really like this film to a certain degree. This isn't a film that I'm going to be watching multiple times, but for what this film is and what this film does, I actually enjoyed myself a lot more than I did in other films before it. And for the most part, everybody does a good job for the material that they are given. Some characters hang out in the background without much to do, but out of everybody in this film, I think Russell Brand is the standout in this film. I've been a fan of Brand for the longest while, so seeing him take this role was a breath of fresh air. He's not given much to do in this film. He's more delegated to being the doctor of the film, and I wish we could have had a little bit more, because I like the fact that we get to see comedic actors stretch their wings in dramatic roles, and I think this film could have done wonders for him. The cinematography is amazingly beautiful. It's well shot. Some of the composition for the film isn't well done, and it seems like the actors were shot in front of a painting, and that took me out of the film for a while. It does hover back to that original 1978 film, and it takes story beats of that film and moments from that film, and they transferred it over into this film, which, if I had not seen that 1978 film, I would have probably enjoyed this film a lot more than I actually did. It has some of the same issues that 1978 film had, such as it takes a long while for us to get to the mystery point of this film, but whereas in that 1978 film, it didn't take me out as much as it did in this film, because I thought some of the characters in this film were a lot more likable than they were in that 1978 film. But overall, I enjoyed this film for what the film was. It was an improvement over Murder on the Orient Express, and I came out wanting to see more stories in Poirot's life, because I thought they added a new layer to him this time around that we had not seen, or at least I haven't seen or read. Overall, I'm going to go ahead and give Death on the Nile a 7.5 out of 10. Again, it is an improvement over Murder on the Orient Express, and I did enjoy this film just a tad bit more, but I don't think I'm going to be rewatching this film multiple times. I think this is just a one and done film for me, because I really thought that it had its issues and it didn't capture me the way that I wanted to. But since we have now come to the secluded end of this film, I'm going to go ahead and rank the 4 films that I actually have seen in this Agatha Christie based films. I watched the original and the remake of Murder on the Orient Express, and the original Death on the Nile and the remake Death on the Nile. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the rankings. At number 4, I have the 2017 Murder on the Orient Express. This film has the overall better cast, but when you know the ending of the film, it's hard to enjoy it on repeat viewings, and I think that's the biggest downfall for this film. At number 3, I have the 1978 Death on the Nile. I thought it took its sweet time to get to the mystery of the film, and by the time that we got to that mystery, I had already checked out, and it was hard for me to get back on board until the end of the film. At number 2, I have the 2022 Death on the Nile. Just like the original, it took its long time to get to the mystery of the film. However, I think these characters were a lot more likable than they were in the 1978 film, which is probably why I was able to get on board with the mystery once we got to it a little bit more. And at number 1, I have the original Murder on the Orient Express. I didn't love the film as much as a lot of people probably do, but for the most part, I like the character interactions in this film a lot more than in the 2017 film. And overall, I think I might be able to appreciate this film overall the more time that I watch it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going back and rewatching that film or any of these films overall, but I enjoyed the original Murder on the Orient Express for what that film was and what it brought at that time, and I thought it was really well made. Albert Finney as Perot didn't really capture me as much as Peter Ustinov did, but I really liked his interpretation of that film. So what did you guys think about this ranking and this review? Go ahead and let me know down your thoughts what you think about the 2022 remake of Death on the Nile. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you think. And if you like this review, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on more reviews. Click that bell because I will be having more content coming up this weekend. I'm going to be checking out Blacklight, I Want You Back, and Marry Me. So look forward to those reviews coming out soon. And until next time, this is Josie Reviews.